Hi there, beauties. Welcome back to my channel, A Fit Life Center, where I teach you small coping strategies to help you begin, continue, or maintain a life that's fit for you. I hope that you've been having a good week. And even if it wasn't so great, I hope that you are doing things to take good care of yourself. So, you can see Kismet back there sniffing at the tree. I decided to try to create us a little background because I never have background because I'm not at home these days for a variety of reasons, which we will not be discussing because I don't even want to talk about it. But anyway, I'm trying to create my husband a Dallas Cowboy um, Christmas tree. So hopefully the other ornaments that I ordered with the little Dallas Cowboy logo comes in because in this house Dallas Cowboy all day. I don't really care unless they're playing the Eagles. I'm from Philadelphia. When they play the Eagles, I'm always cheering from Philly. But otherwise, I rock with Dallas. Who cares, right? So, we're going to have a winner this week of our first giveaway for my Born Day month. So you might want to watch this video to the end so you can find out who the winner is. And remember, once you hear your name, you need to just hit me up on Instagram with your information so I can send you your prize. And this week's prize is going to be a good one that I really like, and I hope the person likes it too. But I'll tell you more about that when we get to that. So I hope that you would consider liking, subscribing, and commenting for all the reasons I keep telling you about. Anyway, let's get on with it. So today what we're going to be talking about is change, right? How do you deal with change when the change is not something that you want to happen? The reason why I decided to talk about this is because I try to be as transparent as I can be on the internet with still respecting other people's privacy, right? It's not just me, right? I have family and friends. But in the last couple weeks, I have been going through a lot of change that has been connected to a family member. And it has been rough, right? Um, I had some plans where I was going to do some traveling. Because of what happened with the family, I had to cancel that travel plan, right? Um, and a whole bunch of other things had to change because I needed to be available to support the family member. When it was an emergency that led to this. I think I mentioned this on a video or two ago, right? It was an emergency that led to it. And the first hour, I was inside an emotional wreck, but on the outside, I looked pretty calm, right? Because I've had enough coping strategies. I know enough of them how to be able to get through it, right? But as soon as the emergency happened, I knew that I was going to have to make some changes pretty quickly, right, in order to accommodate the emergency. Um, and the first thing I noticed was that I was not too happy about having to make those changes, right? Because I was really looking forward to what was coming up, right? Because it was really, this season of my life has been about me exploring me and doing some things that I want to do for myself, but knowing that I still have family obligations, right? So I felt a lot of resistance coming up in me in making those changes that I need to make. Hey, this is Future Sharon again, interrupting this video for a clarification. So I'm talking about what happened and that I felt resentful. But I want you to know I was glad to be able to help in the way that I was able to help. But I've been helping for like years. And sometimes I just want it to be about me, and I want to be able to take care of my own needs without always having to worry about everybody else's needs. And some of you might think that's selfish, so be it. But I think it is self care. That's all I wanted to say. And I made them, but then I felt resentment usually leads to anger. And then I felt angry about having to do it and having to cope with that. The reason I'm telling you all of this is because a lot of times when we make changes, we think it's going to be smooth sailing and we're going to be just cool with how it goes. And that's not the way it goes. It's a process to making changes, right? It is a process of it, right? So acceptance, I had to get to that, but the first thing I had to do was accept that I was not accepting it very well, right? And go through all of those roller coasters of emotions that was coming up. So, how did I manage those roller coasters? Well, for me, first of all, I'm a physical person. So, I went to the gym a lot. I practiced yoga. I started running on the treadmill. I hadn't run in a long time, but running always, when I break that sweat and feel myself breathing a little harder, it releases some stress for me. I threw myself into decorating. So this is the tree here, but I also have a tree at my house, right? And so I just started looking up ways to really decorate and bought a ton of decorations. My daughter, whom you hear me mention all the time, was teasing me that the Christmas tree looked wild this year. And it did. It looked wild because I threw everything at it. If I'm at home when I make one of these videos, I will show you. I just went 100% in, right? And it distracted me from the stress that I was feeling so that I could manage the stress that I was feeling. Um, I talked to friends when it first happened. I reached out to my sister for some support, right? Just ask her for a prayer to help, and she was texting with me back and forth, right? I reached out to another friend over the next couple days who, just kept reminding me to take good care of myself, right? I tried to make sure that I was eating food that was halfway decent so that I wouldn't make myself sick, right? And then I just let myself be angry for a moment until it felt like, okay, it's not helping anything. It's done. Move on. No need to continue to be angry, right? And then, so now here we are, right? It has happened. I'm accepting it. I've moved on. But you know what else I did? I planned another damn trip. Yes, I did. A couple months from now, I'm going on another trip that I've always wanted to go on, and the opportunity presented itself. And I took the money from that past trip that I was supposed to go on and I put it toward this new trip that's heading up. Because something that gets delayed does not mean denied. And I wanted to make sure in my mind I knew that delay was not denial. So I booked something else a couple of months from now. And by then, all the things that are in place that we need to get through this crisis will be in place and I can go. So I just wanted to share that with you. When things happen, changes happen that you don't necessarily expect or like, you think about, they're called cope ahead skills. How are you going to get through it when life throws you a curveball, right? The reason why I got through this, sorry, I had to get some tissue because my nose is running as usual. The reason why I was able to get through this relatively, I don't like to use the word easy because it wasn't easy. Relatively, really, the truth is, in my right mind, was because I had enough skills available to me in advance of this happening that I could use. So you need a toolbox. You need something, 3 or 4 things available to you. You heard me mention exercise today. You heard me mention support. You heard me mention eating right, right? You heard me mention dealing with and accepting my own emotions, not trying to stuff them down, but allowing myself to have the emotions that I needed to have with myself and with other people, right? Not lying to myself, oh, it's great, it's lovely, everything's great. It wasn't lovely, it wasn't great, and I was frustrated. And I gave myself permission to have that feeling and to be able to talk to other people about it. So build yourself a toolbox, a cope ahead toolbox of things you're going to do to help you get through the tough times. And then my last one is delay is not denial. So if you can't do it now, reschedule it. Reschedule it so that you can remind yourself that just because something comes up doesn't mean you can't get what you want. You might just have to wait a little while for it. That's all I came in here to say. And I hope that you find this helpful for you. All right, let's get to the fun stuff. So it's my born day month, right? And I am doing a giveaway. So the winner of this giveaway is Mimi. Yes, Mimi. Because Mimi not only commented, she subscribed to both YouTube and my Instagram. She reposted my YouTube video from last week on her Facebook feed so that it got exposed to other people. And I really freaking appreciated her doing that, right? Because we're trying to build this channel. And I got a new subscriber. And for all I know, that new subscriber may have come from Mimi's um, sharing it on her feed. So I appreciate you, Mimi, for doing that. Hit me up so that I can send you your prize. And so what is the prize? I'm going to send you a $50 gift card to Ulta because it's my favorite place to go and have some me time. You know, I keep talking about these lipsticks. I got this one. It's still that Maybelline vinyl ink one. I don't remember the color of this shade. I go there all the time. I have Ulta in my budget. So I told you this month is going to be share my favorite things with my favorite beauties, right? So, Mimi, you're going to get a $50 gift card from me to Ulta. I hope you love it. Please, please, please hit me up on Instagram. Just DM me and let me know your information. I probably just need you. I'm going to try to send it to you electronically because I think Ulta has electronic gift cards. So I'm going to try to send it to you through your email electronically. So I'll need your email address. If I can't, then I'll need your address because I'll actually get a gift card and I'll actually send it to you. So, as you can see, I'm serious about the giveaway. Who is going to be next? Who's going to be next? Because I'm going to give away something else next week of my favorite things. Well, that's all I got. See you later.